the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. This is Jones. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
An inside give to Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Fields. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Bears! Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that may Makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Running right, Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Bears 14, Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Uncorks one for Davis. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Again, it's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel D. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here just past the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Keep on, make it if you fire.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. It's caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On first down, Lawrence. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. The Buccaneers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they want...
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a first down throw, Fields. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now Fields. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
On second down, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense cooking to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, Lawrence. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They're going on fourth down. Lawrence buying time to his left. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Lawrence will throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And so the last three drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far. So you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Lawrence, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now Lawrence getting the football to Davis on an out route. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Lawrence on first down. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Here's Chandler on second down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Results in the fourth down.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A final shot before the break. Fields looking deep downfield. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
14 yards there on the Buccaneer, first down. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
That drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields. Caught on the right side by Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progression, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. To throw is Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To the air again, Fields. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete to Rager. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Fields on 1st down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 30 yards there.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this when he's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
2nd down and goal. Fields. He's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Bears 27, Buccaneers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
On the double. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go.
On first down, Snell. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Completes it to Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll fire it deep for Rager. It got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Fields throwing again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Snell. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Ready, set.
Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Fields. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Snell. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw again. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the offense is going to get this ball back. So no turnover at the final gun. And this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Chicago, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the